Good afternoon, my stitchy friends. Thought we'd try something different today. Are you ready for a challenge? Grab yourself a drink, your drink of choice. Grab your stitching. I'll give you a couple seconds to go do that. Hopefully you have that with you already since you are watching a YouTube video. Today is Sunday, March the 6th, and it's about 1:45 in the afternoon here in Pennsylvania. So let's see what our challenge is. How many stitches can I do in an hour? The last time I did a live stitch with me, as a lot of you know already, I only got about 50 stitches stitched. So I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice to have a stitch along where we see how many stitches we can get done in an hour. So I'm going to stitch for an hour. Hopefully you will stitch along with me for an hour. And then let's compare notes and see how far we got. I would like if each of you that are stitching along with me could put in the comments the number of stitches you got done in this last hour. And we will compare notes and see who got the most. Now, I'm going to be working on Sir Frederick Frosty, my Heaven and Earth design stocking. So I am at a point where I'm not really confetti heavy. So that's a good thing. So we'll see how much I can get done in an hour. So, are you ready? You have your drink? You have your stitching? You're probably going to get a lot of music to this instead of a lot of talking because we all really need to concentrate and see how many stitches we can get. You will see a counter so that I am going to count my stitches for you during this hour, and you will see a timer. So let's get started. Here we go. I have my needle threaded. How about you? So now oh, come on, camera. Hopefully I'm going to stay in focus here. So let's see what we can get done. Got some background music. And as you see, I didn't even start my thread. And do that as we stitch along. Let me switch this to a manual focus and see what that does. Sometimes this focus is a little bit funky monkey. There we go. Okay. So, are you stitching? Are you ready? I know a lot of you, or some of you had said, that yes, it's nice to have the chatty live sessions, but it's also rather nice to watch me stitch. So this is kind of the halfway in between. We get to watch me stitch and listen to some music and be a little bit chatty. I don't really have a lot to talk about since we just did that live. And as you see, I did try stitching Mommy's method, and I do like that. However, if I have to choose, and that's what I chose to do, between Stitching Mommy's typewriter method versus cross country in the diagonal, I think I would opt for the cross country in the diagonal. I find that a little bit more enjoyable. What I'm finding I do is, and mainly because I have pretty much sections of color, but what I'm finding I'm doing is just working down like this color here, which is 414. I'm gonna run out of stitches before I run out of thread, and that's fine. And it is probably further down in this diagonal. Might be, well, maybe not. But if there is a color that's up here and then again further down, I will end it off and restart my thread once I get down to that. So I'm not necessarily doing as, what is her name? I can't think of her name. Is it thread the needle? Thread your needle? You all know who I mean. She has the cross country within the diagonal, and then she does the cross country with the crossover in the diagonal. I'm sure you all know who I mean. I can't think of her name at this given moment, but she will do a long carry and actually complete the color within the diagonal. I'm choosing to, as I said, if it ends here and is used again down here, I'm going to restart it down there. And scissors. What I'm doing is just ending my threads with a little tacking stitch, and then we'll stitch over them as I work my way down the column. Okay, so I did 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 stitches. Okay. So we're gonna add them up as we go. Yell at me, don't let me forget to count them. Yeah, because sometimes I do. A little bit more. Whoops. Oh, focus is going to be the death of me. Sometimes it gets so terribly nice, and the next time it gets so terribly terrible. Oh, my next color is 160. Yeah, it looks blurry. I don't quite get it. So do we think I'll get to 100 stitches? We're only at 14, and let's see, we're 7 minutes in. So we'll see. Oh, I guess it would help if I put my little magnifiers down too. Okay. Back up here. And I'm sorry picture isn't quite as clear as it normally is, and I'm sorry about that. I don't quite know what I have changed. Let me just try and flick something here. Oh, there we go. Okay, that adds a little bit of a delay, but I think we can live with that. I'm gonna add 2 more stitches. That makes it so much clearer. We'll live with the. Okay, you might not notice it. I notice that there is just a smidge of a delay in what I'm doing versus what you are seeing on the screen. But that's all part of setting the resolution of the camera. And maybe there's someplace else besides right here that I can adjust that. But that's for another time to figure out. 16. So 1, 2, 3. 3 more. And then there's 1, 2. So are you ahead of me already? How far are you? 3. 4. So what I'm doing now is sticking pretty much to exactly the diagonal. Unless, of course, there's maybe 1 stitch over the diagonal line and that's like the only one, then I'll jump over and pick that one up. So I think I'm going to do the counter by row here so that we don't forget to count. So how much? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that we don't forget, so that I don't forget to count. 4. This looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 10 across. Oh, we might reach 100. I thought this was kind of a good experiment. And I did not pre-thread any needles, so all the needles are all my threading is going to be done just as if, you know, it was an everyday sitting down and stitch. I don't have anything threaded ahead of time so that I can get a good number here. We're doing it just as I normally normally stitch. So I'd be curious to see how many stitches all of you are able to do in this hour. Because everybody stitches differently. And this is not to say anybody stitches faster or better than anybody else, or to make anybody feel bad because they're maybe a slow stitcher. This is just let's for fun see how much we can do. Just for fun and curiosity. No judgment. This is a no judgment zone, my friends. So, it's whatever you get done, you get done, and that will be awesome. It will be wonderful. Like I said, no judgment. We're all different. We are all absolutely different. And that's okay. It's what makes the world go round. And then you have your needle almost done threading. How many times do you guys do that? How many times are you merely stitching along and you pull your needle right off your thread? Oh, I do that a lot. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Yeah. See, I'm at an easy part right now. This filling in. It's probably the shadow underneath his hat. I didn't think about it. I should have set it up that you can see my chart. But when I'm stitching this way, I don't think that's as important as when I'm stitching in a way where we're parking threads and all that good stuff. So that was another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we're just past 15 minutes and we already have 50. I think we might just hit I put a goal of 100. So if we get to 100, we'll keep going. And like I said, this is pretty easy. Oops, that's a mistake. That's an error of my ways here. Let's unstitch that one. I set the goal as 100, but if we get the 100, we'll just keep going until the hour's up and see just how many we can do. Oh, look at me now. I'm not crossing each X as I go. Oh, how many of you do that? You start one way and you always cross one way, and then for some unknown reason, at least unbeknownst to me, you just decide to do a row, stitching the first leg and coming back and stitching the second leg. I don't know I do know what made me do it. I'm working in the evenings, I'm working on Pandemic. And when I work on that, I am not doing 1 X at a time because it's over 1 on 25 count, and I wanted to avoid my stitches slipping. So I'm doing like a continental stitch for the first leg, and then coming back and crossing it just like a regular half stitch. Now, I don't know if you can see, if you notice it, but I notice it, the difference in how your stitches look. Let's see if I can play a little thread chicken here. The difference in how your stitches look when you stitch them one at a time versus crossing, versus doing all the first leg and then going back and do the second leg. Okay, let's see if I can get a little tack stitch out of this yet. Oh, please, 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 don't unthread, don't unthread. Be nice to me. Please be nice to me. Oh, thank you. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just bring it down a little bit. But can you see that those stitches lay just a little bit differently? You might not notice it so much on camera, but in person, they lay just a smidge different. Okay, so that was 10. Okay, we did the 10. Let's see here. Oh. Try this again. I hit the wrong button. Okay. So that should be, oh my goodness, I can't see. That should be, we should be up to 68. 69. There. So okay, 69. Now, next color. 156. Go. So, where are you guys at? How many have you have done? I have 30 more to go to, 31 more to go to get to 100. I really want to get to 100 while I'm recording, because then there's, on that counter, something special will happen when we hit 100. So that I thought was pretty cool. So let's count here again. Now I'm starting my threads by just leaving a little bit of an away thread so that I go, when I come back up, I can just grab that and pull that tail under and it catches. I don't know, I started doing that some time ago, and that seems to be what I always gravitate to. That's 2. 3. Gosh, time seems to fly by when you're trying to when you're being challenged by the clock. So how are all of you doing with yours? Okay, don't forget at the end, give me a stitch count in the comments. Yeah. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I kind of have to look over the arm of my camera to see my chart. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 is what we're going to do now. 1. Oh, there we go. How many people unthread your needle? I hate when that happens. 1. And sometimes I stitch two-handed, and then sometimes I don't. I flip around with that also. You know, I got what's that app that you can put your projects in, and you can put notes in, and it will tell you how many stitches you need to stitch to have it finished by a certain time. Yeah. For me to have this done by June the 30th, I have to stitch like 700, almost 700 stitches a day. Yeah, I think that's quite going to be happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I can get an average of 3, maybe 400 done in a day, but 700 to 1,000, not going to be happening. And that would have to be every day, consistently every day. So I don't know that that's going to, that's going to happen. So I think Jen will get her stocking in time for this next Christmas, and Adams will have to wait for the following Christmas, which I'm sure they're okay with that. And really, I'm okay with that, because I don't want to stress myself out to get them both done by a certain date and then have to sew them together and yada yada. So it's okay to only get one done this year. Like I said, I'm okay with that, and I'm reasonably sure they're okay with that. I mean, they were okay with not having me make them stockings at all. So it's one of those cases of, yep, they'll get done when they get done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well, this isn't too bad. 90 stitches in just about a half an hour. That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby at all. And remember, no judgment. I'm not doing this to make anybody feel bad, or I'm doing it just as a matter of curiosity. Just for the heck of it. I mean, seriously, I was going to be stitching anyway, so why not record something while we're stitching and have you guys stitch along with me, and we'll compare notes at the end, just for the heck of it. One more. Now, if this was a heavy confetti area, believe me, this would not be getting done this fast. You would not have this many stitches done in this amount of time, because we all know what that's like when you have threads to change and constantly change. Whoops. How many of you forget to do that? Wind your thread back on the bobbin or put your thread back in the envelope. Yeah. Sometimes I find a little clump of thread laying, and it's like, what did that go to? I don't know. It was just kind of laying there. Okay, now we want to go, there's the line, we're going to go up here to this one. So this is one. Two. Three. I'm using my Patoki stand today, and I'm rather enjoying it. This is the mini model that I'm using today. I think I'm going to be waiting a good long time yet for my floor stand, because it did not ship before all the invasion of Ukraine started. And like I said, I don't want to make this a channel about political things or negative things, but I will just say to the people of Ukraine and to the citizens of Russia that we are thinking of you all and hoping that this all ends very, very soon. My heart breaks for all of you, those people that live in Ukraine and are having to go through all of this, and and also the citizens of Russia, because you don't have, I think we all realize that you folks don't have a say in what's going on and what's happening. And I just don't think it's right. So I just wanted you all to know, anyone that listens to my channel, that my thoughts and my prayers are with you all. So that's all I'm going to say about it. Like I said, I don't want this to be a political thing. I just want people to know that we are thinking of you, and we do support. So, how many stitches? I forgot. I lost count of how many stitches I just did, folks. So we did, let's count them as I mark them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that. You get confetti. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Look at that. Can you see that? Can you see the confetti? Let me make it a little bit bigger for you. There you go. Look at that. It does that when we reach our goal. And we certainly have reached the goal that I put in there of 100 stitches. So, yippee skippy. Has anyone reached 100 stitches? We're at, we have about 24 minutes left. So we're just a smidge past half an hour. Anybody else reach 100? Anybody else pass 100? Just curious. Maybe you want to include that in the comments too, if you remember where you were at, how many stitches you had done in 30 minutes, and then how many stitches you had done an hour. Just, again, just out of curiosity. Down a little bit. A little loud music. I had to go looking for some music this morning. I didn't really have any in here that would play for a long period of time, other than just a short burst every now and again. So, okay. I added another 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now what color do we need next? 340. I tried to at least lay my colors out over here so that I didn't have to go fishing for them. But like I said, I didn't pre-thread any needles, so I wanted it to be as realistic as possible. I don't have anything exciting to talk about today. My husband's birthday was yesterday. He turned 73. So now I call him. I call him an old man. So my daughter and son-in-law and a grandkids all came to visit for his birthday. And they brought in duck donuts. I don't know if Duck Donuts is, all over the States, or if it's just kind of unique to our area of Pennsylvania. I honestly can't answer that question. But, oh my, they are delicious. They are delicious. So we ordered out for lunch. Duck donuts for dessert, and spent time with the grandkids. Little Emmy wanted to play Jenga. Do you all know what Jenga is? It's where you have a stack of blocks, and you alternate the direction of the block, and then the object is to remove a block and place it on the top of the pile. Oh, it was fun. They got it pretty high before it fell over, so I played a couple games with that. And, just kind of hung out for the day, which is nice. Next Monday, not tomorrow, but next week, Nana has to go down and threaded the needle again and get them off the school bus, because Jen has to work late, so Nana will go and get them off the bus. And then they always like it when Nana sleeps over, so I said, well, Nana can sleep over if you want her to, but that little Emmy is being a little stinker right now. So I said, well, Nana can sleep over, but you have to earn it. I said I'm going to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I said to her, you have to earn Nana sleeping over, so that means you have to. Oh, her room is totally a disaster area. So I said, you have to clean up your room and keep it that way, because Nana don't want to sleep in a messy room. And you have to be on your good behavior and help mommy. So this morning, or just a little while before I started recording, Jen sent me a picture of Amy swiffering the kitchen floor. I thought, Nana magic. Nana magic has come to the rescue, because she really loves when Nana stays over. And Nana enjoys that too. So it's a fun thing. It's a fun thing to do, but it was really funny. Usually it's her answer when you ask her to do something is, oh, can you help me? Oh, I can't do that. Oh, to come up with every excuse in the book. But at least it worked for today. The thought that Nana will sleep over is keeping her on her good behavior. I said to Jen, well, it's working for today. Is it going to work for the rest of the week? How long is this going to last? That's always the question, because she can't just be good for a day. She has to be good for the whole week. We will see what happens. That's 2. Then we got about 15 minutes left. Everybody still stitching? Your count going up? I hope nobody's having a visit from the little green guy. And if you are, you just need to kick him to the curb. See, I think that's why I have decided that I like the cross country within just the diagonal rather than the typewriter method, because it's more relaxing. I don't have to think as much. Next row is 8. You're just looking at a specific area and not having to think, okay, I have these 8 here, but then maybe to finish my thread I gotta go all the way over here. Yeah, I don't. I mean, that's okay, and I always was a cross-country stitcher. But this just seems so, like I said, less frustrating. I really can just look at these 10 stitches and see what I need to stitch and just keep going from there. I don't have to worry about the whole rest. Plus, I think you see it's nice to see your picture come together, as you're moving across. Now, I'm not going to do my diagonal the length of the whole thing, mainly because this is a stocking. So at this part, where I am now, I would have to jump across an unstitched area to get to the toe of the stocking, and I really, really didn't want to have to risk miscounting. So as I get further down to where I'm joining up with the portion that makes the toe, then I will fill that in at that time. I just, you get a little freaky about miscounting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I thought, well, 3, 6. Oh, this is another 8. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this would be another 8. You gotta get a little crazy about, I don't want to really have to have a visit from the green guy. After I frogged almost 1,000 stitches on my pandemic, that was 1/1 on 25 count. That kind of did me in where I don't want to be visiting with the frog for a while. Nope, don't want that to be happening. Quite nice that I have chunks of color at this point, because it makes doing a recording kind of nice, where I don't have to be changing threads all the time and doing a lot of jumping around down the diagonal and counting and whatever. It's kind of nice to be able to just stitch this way for a change. Now, that being said, I think we'll do this again when I'm in a heavier confetti area, just to see what that's going to be like as far as comparison. For this stitching is pretty much not much of a confetti area, and it shows us how much we can get, or shows me how much I can get done, and it gives you guys an idea how much you can get done in an hour. So next time I do this, I'm going to do it when I'm in an area that's just bonkers with confetti, and see how it compares. I think that will be a nice little experiment to do. What do you guys think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think we're going to hit 200, but we might hit 175. So now this is a row of 9. Now I should time myself and see, does one-handed stitching, is that faster or slower than two-handed stitching? All kinds of things we can check out by doing it this way. But I thought this would be a nice video for something different. And see, you guys can time yourselves by the length of the video. If you have to stop for whatever reason, just pause the video and restart it when you come back and you're ready to start stitching again, because like I said, the timer's there. And I am going to stop when I get to an hour. And it looks like we have another 8 minutes to go. And we'll see what we get at that point. In fact, this is kind of nice that anytime I do a stitch with me, I might just add a counter like this to count just how many stitches we do get done, or I do get done, in the time I do, whether it's a recorded video or a live video. Just as a point of, like I said, a point of curiosity. There's a no judgment zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Not meant to make anybody feel bad, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just a point of reference. So how many of you like to do this cross country in the diagonal? I'm just curious. You could leave that in the comments below, or what is your preferred method? There's so many methods out there. I'm curious how many people, I don't know, I'm just curious how many people like diagonal, how many people like diagonal cross country, how many people like diagonal zigzagging one row at a time. You know, just, include that in your stitch count in the comments, and let's see which is the most popular method. Again, just a curiosity. Okay, what do we got? 5 minutes left. 5 minutes. This is another row of 9. I don't think we're going to hit well, maybe we'll hit 200. I don't know. I doubt it, though. Okay, 4 minutes. Oh my goodness, my cat is standing up on his window seat with his paws up on the window frame. And since it's getting warmer out, the flies are starting to come around, and he loves to chase them. And then when he chases them and catches them, he starts to play with them. What a silly guy. Silly, silly, silly. Oh, I think my husband, I hear the TV. Or maybe he's listening to something on his phone. Yeah, I think he's turning the pre-race on. He likes to watch NASCAR races, and they're in Las Vegas today. And it sounds like he's turned that on already. Okay, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, pardon me. Oh, I bumped something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I doing here? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It doesn't help if I try to click the counter that's on the screen. I have to click the one that's on my desktop. Dry throat. Okay. Can I squeak a couple more out of this thread yet? Because we're down to, oh no, just a little over a minute. 1, 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. 5. Uh-oh. 6. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 24 seconds. I have to change thread, so I'm not going to change thread for 20 seconds. 18, 17. I will be curious if this counter buzzes or something when I get down. I don't think it makes a noise when I get down to 0. Okay, time's up. So that is 178 stitches in an hour. How did you guys do? Did you get more than me? Did you get less than me? I'm just curious. As I said, no big deal. It is not a competition. It is just for the fun of it. But let me know in the comments how you did, how many you had, what you had at 30 minutes, what you had at 1 minute, and let's take an average of everybody's, of an average of what can be done in an hour's time. So with that, my friends, I think I'm going to call this one a day, and I will see you this week sometime, probably on, I'm thinking Tuesday. Mondays are always a busy day around here. So I'm thinking Tuesday and then doing a live on Thursday. So until then, my friends, have a great rest of your day and a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Boom.